Thank you, and lovely to see all of you here this morning. The question is, what's enjoyable? What is feeding our minds? Where do we go with the question of human rights? Well, the information that you've got so far is probably very scanty on this topic, and it's my business to say that until 1945, individuals like us had no rights vis-a-vis our governments, and that all changed with the advent of the United Nations. That's a pretty sweeping statement, but it's true. And even today, with one of my colleagues here who was speaking before, we talked about international human rights law, and does it really hold? Is it really adhered to? Well, all of these changes came about in your position in the world, and the rights that you have, combined with, for the first time in human history, the question of morality. We've heard speakers here before talking about morality, and it's a pleasure to be in an institution where that is a common part of the discourse. International human rights law is the first body of law that has intentionally incorporated morality into legal norms, and they are binding. And when countries, nations who have joined the United Nations, and there are 192 of them now, decide to implement or not implement what they have already agreed to very formally, that's where we come in. In the paper daily, there are items that come up that deal with everything to do with the right thing to do, the legal thing to do, and most of us, I think, imagine that we know the right thing to do, but it may or may not be the legal thing to do. Well, in the city of Berkeley, and especially at the university campus here, we have a controversy over that with a professor in the law school who has a point of view on that which is very well accepted throughout the country. And so issues like that come up, you need to know, if you, if you think you need to know, what do I do about it? Where is it going? Where is the reality of this? If the issue is women's human rights, and it includes everything from female genital cutting to maternal care to birth control, those are issues that are already codified, and in law there are certain rights that women are entitled to, but if you don't know about it, you don't get to claim them. So it's a question of our knowing in our privileged situation that there are certain indelible, inescapable truths, what they are and what this can do for serving you in your position as an interested citizen and sometimes an active citizen. Whether the issue is the International Criminal Court, whether it's a question of what President Obama spoke about when he accepted the Nobel Peace Prize, the climate change that's going on around us, and lucky us who can hear Dan Kamen at 1 o'clock today. That's a great privilege, I promise you. All of those issues we ask you to bring into the classroom and, you know, just have your clipping from, or whether it's from CNN and you print it out, or it's from the Wall Street Journal or The Economist, etc. Valid sources of information. Come in with a question. We can sort out where and how it goes from here, because the world has a way of saying rule of law matters, and we're going to have to work harder to make sure that that takes place. Place to start in your brains. Thank you very much.
Thank you.